That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad question.
Milwaukee's Max, Maxwell Anderson. He was found guilty of unaliving and dismembering a 19-year-old college student on their first date. So here we go. This is written by People. Shout out People. A Milwaukee man has been found guilty of unaliving and dismembering a 19-year-old college student on their first get-together. On June 6, Maxwell Anderson, 34, was convicted of a first-degree intentional unaliving, dismembering a corpse, arson, and holding it to the corpse in connection to the April 2024 unaliving of Sade Carolina Robinson. The Associated Press and the local outlet TMJ4 News reported. Investigators alleged that Wilson was on that first date with Robinson when he had to. Sade investigators. I want to express our deepest sympathy to the family and the loved ones that knew Sade Robinson, an official said during the press conference held by the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office. We are hopeful that this verdict brings some good amount of solace to them. How? During closing arguments, well, I guess they did their job, but it's kind of crazy. During closing arguments on June 5th, Assistant District Attorney Land Vance Curzon said Anderson, who was 33 at the time, met with Robinson at a bar before she went missing. What in the world? Vance Curzon told the jurors that the surveillance video and cell phone records put Anderson and Robinson together during the late afternoon and early evening of April 1st. The pair drank at a couple of different bars before going back to this appointment. According to the assistant district attorney, per AP, authorities recovered photos from Anderson's phone that showed him groping Robinson as she lay face down on the couch. Hold on, let me try that. Okay. What is this? I don't know. Oh, different page. Jeez Louise, I'm so sorry, y'all. According to the district attorney, that per AP, authorities recovered photos from Anderson's phone that showed him. Is there a verdict in the case? I'm sorry, Flip. I mean, I won't ignoring you or anything like that. I'm just seeing this right now. But yeah, the case is in deliberation, right? Yeah, the verdict was he's guilty. He's guilty. He's guilty of unaliving. And yeah, that's what he's guilty of. Authorities recovered photos from Anderson's phone that showed him groping Robinson lay face down on his couch. The prosecutor described the victim as incapacitated, saying she was not able to resist. Video footage showed her vehicle leave his apartment during the early hours of April 2nd and arrive at a park near the shores of Lake Michigan. Vance Curzon alleged that Anderson used the darkness to cut up her body without being seen. According to the AP, he then took a bus back to his apartment. An informant previously told Milwaukee authorities that Anderson had allegedly shown him under the unaliving location and tools about a month before the unaliving, per Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Anderson allegedly gave the individual a detailed plan of how he intended to carry out the killing of Robinson, telling the informant he had recently met the teen. Wow. According to unsealed warrants, the informant claimed that when visiting Anderson's apartment, a tarp was covering the windows and walls from the floor to the ceiling. However, during Thursday's closing arguments, Anderson's attorney, Tony Cotton, said prosecutors never showed his client had any intent to unalive Robinson. Additionally, Cotton claimed none of Anderson's neighbors reported hearing a struggle of his residents. He also said his client His client made no attempts to conceal his identity when taking the bus, nor did he have muddy or blood-stained clothing in surveillance footage. Anderson will face a mandatory life sentence in prison when he's sentenced on August 15th. Colton did not respond immediately to people's request for comment. Yeah, I got off track with this one, with the reading and stuff because I'm just knocked out. I waited probably an hour too late to go live tonight. What Flip is saying, bro? Flip is saying what she's saying. Reality for black women is the unaliver will get more time than the arson of the car than the actual. There it is. Monster. Is everybody? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Shout out to Angel Sounders of People.com. All right. Next.
that steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
one quick question.
can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.